Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome back to the Packers franchise, and today, week number 2 is in the books. Let's check out the winners and losers, starting things off in Oakland. The Bills travel to Oakland, beat the Raiders 20-13. The Bills are 2-0. The Bengals, they get their first win of the season. The Dolphins are still searching for their first win as they are 0-2. Priest Holmes, broken thigh. We mentioned that last episode. Just going to recap some of these injuries. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. Broken thigh. That sounds painful. Lee Suggs, running back out of Cleveland, fractured arm. His season is donezo. And the team that we play today, the Indianapolis Colts, are going to be without Mike Doss, pulled calf. And we know that those calf strains, those calf pulls, could lead to an Achilles tear. Gotta be careful with those. Keyshawn gonna be out for 11 weeks with a broken vertebrae. I think if the Cowboys season isn't anything to write home to mama about, we leave him on the injury report. That's just me. Another Cowboy, Larry Allen, out for 4 weeks with a torn tricep. Hall, D-tackle out of the Atlanta Falcons camp, out for the season, torn ACL. And then Patrick Surtain, Miami Dolphins corner, gonna be out for 7 weeks with a broken kneecap. Ouch. That sounds very, very painful. The Jaguars, they hosted the Denver Broncos, and the Jaguars get their first win of the season. Leftwich 235 and 2 touchdowns. Let's head to Lambeau. Our games versus the Chicago Bears. In week 1, we gave up 220 yards to Stephen Davis and the Panthers. I thought it might be that way versus Chicago. Chicago did run the ball very, very nicely. This is a 79-yard touchdown run, I believe, or 77 yards by Thomas Jones, but we did get the win, and we held Thomas Jones to 156 after that crazy run. So we got our first win of the season. The Vikings, they lost to the Eagles. Don McNabb, 302 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Lions over the Texans. Harrington, 274 and a touchdown. The Jets shut down those Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson and the Chargers, no points to speak of. That's unheard of. Now the Carolina Panthers, who beat us in week number 1, travel to Arrowhead to take on those Kansas City Chiefs, and more Stephen Davis. Looks like he's having an MVP type start to the season as the Panthers are 2-0, 40-23. They beat down the Chiefs. The Chiefs lose for the first time this season. Ravens are 2-0. Steelers are 0-2. Ravens get the win 24-21. Patriots 31. Cardinals 17. Patriots are 2-0, Cardinals are 0-2. Seahawks, they will beat the Buccaneers for their first win of the season. Now let's travel to Tennessee. It's the Colts, who again, we play this episode in week 3. They will get the job done versus those Tennessee Titans, barely, 30-29. And the Colts get their first win of the season. Week number 1, they lost to those New England Patriots. The Giants are 2-0. Washington is 0-2. Kurt Warner, 290 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. The Niners are 0-2. Saints are 2-0. Stallworth with a touchdown on 4 receptions, 39 yards for him. Falcons, they beat the Rams. The Falcons are 2-0. Michael Vick, 362 and 3 touchdowns. Incredible day for him. The Browns beat the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys can't buy a win right now. Your primetime players: McNair, Culpepper on offense, Archuleta, and Simeon Rice for the defensive side of things. Looking at the NFC standings, we are 1-1, and so is every other team in the NFC North. In the South, got the Falcons, Saints, Panthers, all at 2-0. Buccaneers are 1-1 there. Giants are on top of the East. Seahawks and Rams are the only teams that have won in the NFC West. Now, as we go to the AFC, you got the Ravens at 2-0, only team that has not lost in the North. Jets, Bills, Patriots, all are 2-0. Dolphins are 0-2, and then the Chiefs have won, and the Raiders have won, and every team in the South is 1-1. So that's going to do it for week number 2. Let's head to week number 3. Can we get a win on the road versus one of the best passing attacks in the league? One of the best offenses in the league. Marvin Harrison, last year, 94 receptions for 1,200 yards. You know that he is Peyton Manning's go-to guy. Reggie Wayne, though, is nothing to sleep on. Can we contain those two? And then, of course, for us, Donald Driver, we are looking to extend his role. Javon Walker, he's out, so we're going to rely on him and Ferguson to help Brett Favre carve up this Colts defense.
Come on, Colts, 60 minutes.
So we're going to get the football first. Can we get our second straight win of the season to go to 2-1? Favre under center, dropping back to pass, throws it left side, looking for Driver, and that pass will fall complete. Injury report for the Colts, Doss and Stokely. For the Packers, as I mentioned, Javon Walker. Second down, 10 yards to go, I formation. Bubba Franks at tight end, line up to the right side. We're going to run to the right side, and we're going to go nowhere. Nowhere to go on that play. Third down and 10, Favre dropping back. Favre steps up, and Favre is going down. Triplett gets in there for the sack. He got the tackle on Amon Green last play, gets the sack on this one, and we go 3 and out to start the ball game. And that's not a good look versus an offense that can carve us up in the Colts. Second down and 10 already in our territory. Edgerrin James is the lone running back. Going to get the carry here. Bouncing to the left side. Jason Sehorn and Al Harris are there to bring down the veteran out of Miami. He ran for 1,200 yards last year. Amon Green, 1,800 yards, finishing in second place in the rushing title too. Of course, Jamal Lewis, who put up 2,000 as Peyton Manning going to find Reggie Wayne right there, and Weezy takes it inside the 15. Single back look, little 12 personnel with 2 tight ends out there. James gets away from McKenzie, and Edgerrin James are going to start the scoring off today. First touchdown of the ball game, 7-0 Indianapolis Colts on top. It's always a good feeling when you're wearing the jersey of a guy that just scored. It's like an extra flex. If you pick the right jersey way back whenever you picked it. Gain of 5 right there for Amon Green. Second down, 5 yards to go here for Brett Favre. Throws it and going to find Driver. Nice pass there. And that's going to be a chain mover off first down of the ball game. Last year's numbers for Favre, pretty decent. 32 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. That pass going to be in and out of the hands of not Donald Driver, but Ferguson. And now looking at second down and 10. Going to get the ball to Davenport. Him and Edgerrin James, I don't think were ever teammates. Maybe they were. They both went to Miami. Both played running back, obviously. Third down, and down goes Brett Favre. Brock gets in there for the sack. And that's going to bring our drive to a stop yet again. We have no points on the scoreboard. 7-0 Colts on top. They throw it into a crowd, and somehow Wayne brings that one in. It was a tight window to say the least. Peyton Manning closing in on 500 yards already this season. And Wayne, another Miami Hurricane, out there putting work. Manning going to step up in the pocket, tucks it, and runs it and takes it to the 40-yard line. So Peyton Manning doing it all so far. Throws it up the middle of the field into a crowd of Packers. But no one can walk away with the interception. So they hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Something you're going to see the Colts do very, very often. That pass going to be caught by Wayne. Another reception there. And again, they hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Manning to the right side. Broken up by McKenzie. Looking for starving Marvin Harrison. Third down, 10 yards to go. Manning steps up, fires it, caught by Wayne, going to get brought down by Sharper. And we get the stop 3 yards shy of that yellow line. So we stopped them from getting the first down. They're going to send out Vanderjack. The kick is up, and the kick is right through the uprights. And the Indianapolis Colts have a 10-point lead. And so far, this Packers offense hasn't crossed the 50. Rolling right as far, buying time as he's going to find Ferguson. And Ferguson makes the catch, and that's going to give Green Bay a fresh set of downs. Split back look now for Brett Favre. Going to roll to the left side now. Favre under pressure, and down he goes. Rieger with the sack. And we're going to be looking at second down and 16. We just jailbreak up front. Like the left guard and left tackle got their cues mixed up, and Favre was looking up at the RC Dome skyline as we get hit again by Rieger. Back-to-back sacks. Third down and 22 now. Favre looking deep downfield. Is going to be intended for Ford. Looking like Antonio Freeman from back in the day, but he does not have that same ability, to say the least. That's going to be ruled a backwards pass, and we'll recover the fumble. So right when he thought it couldn't get any worse, we actually catch a break. So good thing we catch a break, because, again, our offense hasn't crossed the 50. But Hannibal, who wears 50, has us cross midfield as we march into Indianapolis territory with a big-time run by Amon Green. I was trying to get that stiff arm off, but would take the gain of 15 nonetheless. Can we get up to that 1,800-yard mark this season? Boy, I hope so. We're going to take a shot deep. We have a man as Driver. Driver dropped at the goal line. And just like that, we have our best opportunity to score as the first quarter comes to an end. Colts 10, Green Bay nothing. So first down and goal, I formation, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, and Green fumbles it, but Favre is there for the recovery. Flashbacks to Jerome Bettis at the goal line. Second down and goal. 22 personnel again, gonna give it to Ahman Green, who we trust to hang on to the ball, and he gets us back to the 1. Can we punch it in for 7 is now the question. Green, 6 carries, 21 yards, and 1 fumble. We go up the gut, and they knife in there, and they stop Green at the 1. And we're going to lead the offense out there. Can we punch it in on 4th and goal? We give it to Green, triplet with the hit, but Green falls forward, and the Green Bay Packers have touchdown number 1. Usually, I could be quite conservative when it comes to going for it on 4th down, but versus a team like the Colts, whenever we have a chance for a touchdown, we kind of have to go for it, depending on the situation. There goes Dwayne Bates, and Bates is loose. Dwayne Bates to the 30, to the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis Colts. So he's going to take it to the crib right after we had some hope. We haven't crossed the 50 as the offense, but we got a turnover with great field position. We punch home a touchdown on 4th and goal, and Bates was like, yo, pause all that. We ain't talking about that right now. We're talking about this kick return to the crib. So 17-7 is the score. We give the ball to Green, who coughs it up again, and triplet is there for the recovery. Bob Sanders knocked it out. The Colts are a different defense when Bob Sanders is healthy and on the field. Colts, they take over. They throw a bullet to Wayne, and that pass goes right through his hands. That was like a Brett Favre type bullet thrown by Peyton Manning. Manning over the middle, gonna fire it again. Caught by Dwayne Bates. First down up to the 5-yard line. So here come the Colts. Second down and goal. They're going to get that to the Edgerrin James. Already has a touchdown on the ground. Won't see the end zone there. Barnett and Sharper combine on the stop. They're going to spread Edgerrin James out to the left side, and Payne throws it to Jason Sehorn. The former Giants cornerback, former Rams safety, now playing safety for the Packers, walks away with a pick in week number 3. Had one versus those Carolina Panthers. That pass going to be caught by Bubba Franks. His first catch of the ball game takes us up for a gain of 9. Favre last season, again, averaging 210 yards per contest. Donald Driver, just 52 receptions last year. I believe he was dealing with the injury. Davenport on 3rd and 1 is going to pick up the first down there. And now we can continue to march up and down the field. Hopefully we can score before the half is up. Brett Favre dropping back. Brett Favre getting dropped back. Brock with another sack. And this Colts D-line is playing very well. And it's not Freeney that's causing the headaches for the Packers O-line, at least not so far. That pass in and out of the hands of Driver. 3rd down and long. Favre dropping back, steps up in the pocket, cuts left. Looked to be more space to the right. I thought Morris would catch him, so I cut back, hoping for a block, didn't get it, and we come up short. That pass right up the seam, caught by Marvin Harrison, and here come the Colts looking to add to their lead. Second down, 10 yards to go for Peyton Manning. Manning dropping back. Manning steps up, throws it. That pass going to be caught by Marvin Harrison, and they're going to be inside Green Bay territory. There's a man down. It appears to be Sharper. At 96 overall, it makes him the best strong safety in this game. That's over Sean Taylor, who obviously is a rookie. Ed Reed plays strong safety in this game, and of course Troy Polamalu. And Sharper is the highest overall safety out of all of them. And now he's going to head to the locker room with the injury. Second down, 10 yards to go. Manning lets it fly, caught by Harrison, and he gets dropped just shy of that yellow line. Manning out there throwing nothing but heat-seeking missiles. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Marvin Harrison's lined up tight. Looks almost like a goal line formation with 2 tight ends. They run the ball to the right side, and that's going to result in a first down for Edgerrin James and the Colts offense. Minute 30 on the clock. They give it to James, who's loose again. And James is going to find the end zone for the second time this half. So the Colts have increased their lead to 17. At one point, we cut it down to a 3-point lead as we go up top, and it's caught by Ferguson. Up those numbers and dropped at the 45-yard line. First down and 10, play fake. Brett Favre has it. Brett Favre lets it fly. That pass will fall incomplete. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Favre has it. Favre lets it fly. Caught by Ferguson. Ferguson takes it to the other side of the 40. And that's exactly what we need as we try to score before the half comes to an end. Favre steps up. Favre gets dropped. Bob Sanders on the safety blitz. He forced a fumble earlier, and Ahman Green gets a sack here. Favre drops back. And again, the Colts defense applies the pressure. Down goes Favre. 4th and 19, 2 seconds on the clock. Hail Mary situation. Favre rolls right, throws it on the run, and the ball's going to get broken up, and that is going to do it for the first half of play. So every half we have been losing, and it hasn't really been close, but hopefully we can make some halftime adjustments and come through with a better second half to try to come back. The numbers are pretty even. But look at those sack numbers. So when you got to convert on 3rd and long consistently, you're not going to convert those all the time because that's a lot harder to do so. So we got to protect Favre a little bit better, maybe rely on the rushing attack. The Colts, even though they do got Bob Sanders, might still be susceptible to giving up long runs, as we did so on the first drive as Edgerrin James got away from McKenzie, and that was the first touchdown of the ball game. So Colts were up 7-0 there. Manning would roll left, throws it into traffic. This pass was absolutely ridiculous. Wayne would catch it, and that would lead to an Indianapolis field goal. We would take back over, and this was a pretty good pass right here as we find Ferguson coming across the middle, but sadly that drive would come to an end. But on the very next possession, they ruled out a backwards pass. In game, it looked backwards, but I thought it was more down the line, but the Colts did not challenge it, and that would give us our best chance to score, and score we did, as we're going to find Driver. He would get us down to the 1, and then it took 4 tries from the 1 with Ahman Green to finally punch it in. And after we did punch it in, Dwayne Bates was like, yo, bro, chill out. It's my turn to shine, and shine he did. Took it right down that left sideline, and that was all she wrote. That made it a 17-7 ball game. We would take back over, going to get the ball to Ahman Green, and he would get hit a couple of times, and the ball would come loose from the impact of Bob Sanders laying that lumber. And then, of course, Peyton Manning would have a chance, but he threw it away. Jason Sehorn making plays for us, one of our best signings. Technically, he's our only signing so far this franchise, it just being year 1. We signed him before the season got started. But after that interception, we would do nothing, and Edgerrin James would do a whole lot of something, running into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown today. And then we tried to get something going before the half came to an end. Right up those numbers, we're going to find Ferguson, but our drive would stall out, and that would basically be the storylines of the first half. Now, Boomer's halftime hero is going to be Edgerrin James. His haircut looks crazy, but hey, it's 2004 when this game was made. Not going to harp on an older game, but those numbers are even crazy. So 1st down and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts to start the second half. They're at their own 21-yard line. Again, that tight formation with 2 tight ends. Marvin Harrison like a de facto 3rd tight end. And there goes James down the sideline. Going to get brought down by Marcus Anderson, who's in for the injured Sharper. So 1st down and 10. Manning fires it, caught by Wayne, brought down by McKenzie. And in 2 plays, they're already on the other side of the 50. Manning, looking downfield, has good protection but tosses the football into a crowd. Anderson is there for the pick. And another interception thrown by Peyton Manning. Can that give the Packers some life? Our offense has to wake up. It was double coverage. McKenzie on the outside, Anderson on the inside, and he walks away with the INT. Stepping up, gonna fire this one to Ferguson. Over the middle, brought down by Morris. Gain of 6 there. 3rd down and 4. Favre gonna tuck it and run it, and Favre is loose. Favre's gonna slide down at the 45-yard line, move those chains for the Packers. But again, we are looking for 6 points up on the scoreboard. We're gonna give that thing to Ahman Green, and Ahman Green brought down by Sanders, hangs onto the ball, gain of 8 there. They're gonna come out in a dime defense as we spread things out with 4 receivers, and we run the ball up the gut, and Ahman Green's gonna pick up a 1st down there. Up the gut again goes Green, brought down just shy of the 1st down, gain of 8. Now Davenport's the deep back, he gets the carry, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. So we're utilizing this rushing attack We are down by 3, so we don't want to take too much time off the clock. And I mean 3 possessions, 3 scores, not just 3 points. So we want to kind of hurry up, but Green picks up 7 more yards there. 13 carries, averaging 4.1 yards and a touchdown so far for Green. We fake it to him there. We're going to throw it over the middle. Caught by Driver, who got some space. Beautiful route right there. Favre puts it on the money. And now we're looking at 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Toss play for Green. Weaving through traffic. Gets away from the would-be tacklers. And gets this one into the end zone. Amon Green is going to put up 6 up on the board for the 2nd time today. And we find ourselves down by 10. Sehorn with tight coverage on Wayne. And he almost walked away with another pick. It's going to be an incompletion, sets up 2nd down and 10. Manning lets it fly, and that pass broken up by Barnett underneath. So 3rd down and 10. Can our defense get off the field? They fake the draw. They throw it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Harrison. The hit by Sehorn knocks it loose. And we take over. Going to run the ball with Green. Nothing but blue jerseys waiting for him there as Jefferson gets in there for the stop. Now we're going to run the ball with Green again. And Green's going to pick up just 2. So 3rd down, 8 yards to go. We got to do something here. And on 3rd and 8, we go to the air. Favre going to rifle it up the seam, caught by Green. Henderson was the only man in the backfield behind Favre. Green lined up in the slot, makes the catch. Now he throw it to Henderson here. And Henderson gets past 2 Colts defenders right down the sideline. I think they made a business decision. Henderson looked like a train out there, full head of steam, and they're going to just move out his way. They don't want no problems. Triplet with another TFL there. So 2nd down 11. We fake the run. Favre rolls left, throws over the middle, caught by Ferguson again. We are utilizing our 2 best passing options out there. We haven't thrown the ball to Chapman. Only throw the ball to Ford 1 time. Let's run the ball with Henderson up the gut. Brought down at the goal line by Brock. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of play. So a 10-point lead for the Indianapolis Colts. The Packers have at the 1-yard line. We give it to Green, who gets stopped by the ex-Packer, Gilbert Brown. So this time we will kick the field goal to make it a 1-possession game. And I was kind of rethinking that as we kick the ball away to the Colts. Because even if we don't get it, the Colts will have to drive 99 yards for a touchdown and about, I don't know what, 60 yards to get in the field goal range. So 1st down at 10. Looking downfield is Manning. Manning lets it fly. Caught by Wayne, and Wayne takes it down to the Packer 40-yard line. So 2 tight ends to the right side. Manning dropping back. Manning going to tuck it and run it again and slides down after a pickup of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Manning, quick pass. Caught by Harrison. And they have it inside the 30 with a fresh set of 10. On 1st down, Manning dropping back. Manning under pressure. Baja Bilamila with the sack. Loss of 11 on the play. 2nd down and 21. 4-man rush. Quick pass. That's going to be a pickup of 3 as they find Harrison again. So 3rd down and 18. They're going to spread things out. Harrison in the slot. Manning under pressure. And it's Aaron Campman with the sack. So 2 sacks after they picked up a 1st down that put him in field goal range, but they're unable to convert, and we take over down by 7. We throw it, caught by Driver. Driver in between a host of Indianapolis Colts defenders. Makes the catch and gives us a 1st down. Favre, left side, gonna find Driver again, and that's gonna move those chains. So 1st down Packers. And now it's going to be 2nd down, 10 yards to go, I formation. I'm going to run the ball with Green. Green going to look for some running room, gets popped after a gain of just 2 yards. And now we're looking at 3rd down and 8 with 3:11 on the clock. Favre rolling left. Favre sets his feet. He throws it, caught by Bubba Franks. His 2nd catch of the ball game, 2 for 35 so far today for Franks. Now we're going to fire it up the seam, caught by Green again. We need everything this man has given us. He's close to 100 yards all-purpose between the receiving numbers and rushing numbers. He runs the ball here as he takes it down inside the 5. 2nd down and goal. We're going to run the ball. Green going to cross the goal line. Touchdown Packers, 24-23. The PAT is going to be up and good. Amon Green with another rushing touchdown that gives him 3. And it's 24-24 from the 33-yard line. Manning under some pressure, but lets it fly. Caught by Wayne. He beat Harris, got between Seahorn, and is going to take it to the crib. So just when you thought everything was going the Packers' way, the Colts answer back with another big-time score. An amazing pass play from Manning to Wayne, and it's 31-24. Can we come back? Favre rolls right, throws it, and that's going to be off of the hands. I believe that's Bubba Franks. And that's going to set up 3rd down and 10. We got Mon Green up the seam. Going to throw it to him again, and it's caught. Green off to the races and brought down in Colts territory. So a beautiful pass by Favre. No touchdowns, no picks, but 301 so far today for Brett Favre. Favre dropping back, steps up and gets rocked. A big-time sack, I believe. I believe Freeney was the one that got him, although he's celebrating like it was the other guy. But I believe that was Freeney. Now looking downfield, that pass off of the hands of Ferguson. So 3rd down and 15. Amon Green, he's not going to get the ball. We throw it deep. They did not bite on the play fake, and I guess, like, why would they? We're really going to run the ball in that situation. 4th and 15 now. And there goes Brock. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 sacks today, and I think that gives the Colts 10 for the game. 3rd down and long. Edgerrin James is loose. He started off the day with a touchdown, and he's going to end the day with a touchdown. We backed the Colts up to 3rd and 13. We still had a timeout left. It probably would have took a miracle to score, but we did us no favors by allowing Edgerrin James down the sideline for 6. So the Colts, they protect home field, and I guess we still got to figure some things out. One thing I got to realize is that we got to take every team as themselves. Kind of in Madden, kind of like most games kind of play out the same. If you are good at running the ball, you kind of run the ball despite who you're playing against. In 2K5, you kind of got to play to your team's strength and the other team's weaknesses. And Edgerrin James, he proved to be an absolute beast today. I think after the first 3 games of the season, we're going to have to try to do something to beef up this rushing defense. Our rushing attack, though, in that second half was marvelous, and that's kind of what I was getting at. In the first half, really didn't run the ball that much, and versus a team like the Colts, although Bob Sanders is healthy and one of the better strong safeties in the game, I was like, let's pass it. But no, maybe the game plan should have been let's run the ball as much as possible. We did do a pretty good job versus them in the second half, only allowing 2 touchdowns, and they both came in that 4th quarter. Amon Green put in work all second half. If it was the rushing, if it wasn't the rushing, it was in the receiving game. So he absolutely balled out for us. This pass right here was ridiculous. After we tied the football game up, Reggie Wayne right up the seam, takes it to the crib, and that would give the Colts a 7-point lead. And then Favre going deep over the middle again to Amon Green, but after this catch got us inside Colts territory, the drive would stall out. And then on 3rd and 13, having them back up with a chance to get the ball back with only, 20-some seconds and no timeouts. Would have been hard to score, but we would have gave ourselves a chance. But nonetheless, Edgerrin James ices the game with a touchdown right there. Forward finished with 301 yards passing, no touchdowns, no picks. Peyton Manning threw a touchdown pass, also threw 2 interceptions, just under 300 yards passing for him. Edgerrin James, Stephen Davis, and Thomas Jones are living rent-free in the Packers' headspace right now. We got to do something to shore up this rushing attack. That's going to do it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, peace, love. Hot sauce.